to do this simple task. It's not easy, but it's simple. And there are 5 things that go into hitting a baseball correctly. First is balance, then your hands, then your vision, then your extension, then your follow through. So first, we're going to go over balance. So what you're going to want to do is find your natural side, whether you're right-handed or you're left-handed. If you're right-handed, you're going to set up like this with your back foot closest to the catcher. And if you're left-handed, you're going to set up with your left foot closest to the catcher. Myself, I'm left-handed, so I'm going to be showing it from a left-handed point of view. So first, you want to get into a 50-50 balance stance. This is important because if you're not 50-50, it's going to be really hard for you to change and keep your swing correct throughout the rest of the steps. So if you're not 50-50, it's going to be really, really difficult for you to have to catch up. So it's just easier for me to think, stay 50-50 and stay balanced, and then you'll have an easier time. Second part of it is your vision. There's a quote, and it's by Pro Baseball Insider. They say you got to keep your eyes quiet, and what that means to me is quiet eyes is a quiet head, and with a quiet head, you're not moving as much. So what that means is after you're balanced, what's going to happen is you're going to want to keep your head as still as possible throughout the swing. And whenever you do this, it makes it easier to see the ball. And wherever your swing is, wherever your eyes are looking, is where you're going to end up swinging that ball. So it's important to stay balanced too, because if you're jumping forward, then your head's moving, and if you're staying back, then your head's popping back. So you have to stay 50-50, so it'll make it easier for you to see this ball coming in. Thirdly, we have hands, and that's why if you're right-handed, it comes in a little bit different. But as a left-handed hitter like myself, with your hands, what you're going to do is you're going to find a grip that fits perfectly to you. And the BibleNet.net came up with this one, but they're saying that as long as you keep your knuckles aligned, you're not going to be getting really out of whack. A lot of it kind of comes down to once you get your balance point, you see this ball coming in, your head's quiet. What you're going to do is you're going to align your knuckles, and as a left-handed hitter, you're going to see this ball, and wherever you think this ball is going to be, you bring your hands right to it. You go almost bring the knob of the bat to the ball, and what that does is it eliminates any sort of length to your swing. And as a right-handed hitter, it would be the opposite. My right hand would be on top, my left hand would be on the bottom, and I bring my hands right to the ball. I see the ball come in, bring my hands right to it. Fourth point is something called extension. Now what extension is whenever you get to a certain part of the swing, after you make contact with the ball, after you see this ball come in with your eyes and you bring your hands right to it, extension is this point in the swing where my hands are extended. And once you get extended right here, that creates the power in the swing. And it doesn't affect your ability to hit the ball per se, but it affects your ability to have a nice swing and firmly make contact with the ball with some power. Lastly is the follow through. The follow through is just as important as the start of the swing, because if you don't follow through correctly, and where you don't follow through at all, there's a good chance that maybe your head comes off and your head pulls off last second, which might affect your ability to hit the ball, or your head pops up or looks down. The follow through really is important because it lets everybody know where your swing's at and whether or not you're on time and in balance. So the follow through really is once you pass that point of extension, you keep going. You keep the swing going. And all this does is make sure that you're balanced throughout the time. Because this is very vital though, and this is from WikiHow. It's extremely vital because if you do not follow through, you're not going to have, one, as much power, and two, you're going to lose some valuable airtime on the baseball. After this video, you've become clearly a better hitter through the points of balance, vision, hands, extension, and follow through. And like I said earlier, people get paid millions upon millions to do this simple thing, but it's really